Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first round of the quarterfinals in COVID world of the 2021 NMAA Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament action, Class 2A, between the Eunice Lady Cardinals and the Mora Rangerettes. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cardinal Hardware, the Eunice Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Zia Auto Shop, the City of Eunice, and Parker Energy. I'm TJ Miracle alongside the judge, Jimmy Jones. And Jimmy, here in Fort Sumner tonight, getting ready for this big matchup between the 10-1 third-seeded Rangerettes and the 9-3 but 6-seeded Eunice Lady Cardinals. But I'm not sure this Mora team has really seen a team like these Lady Cards.
Yeah, it should be an interesting shootout here in the hometown of Billy the Kid, or I guess the burial place of Billy the Kid. So we should have an interesting shootout here between these two teams. You know, Mora's district is not nearly as tough as the district that the Lady Cardinals play in. However, you know, as I look through these Rangerettes' schedule and background, I think they are definitely going to be a tough opponent. They're ranked number, I believe, 3 at this point in the state in the rankings, and they're that for a reason. 10-1 says a lot about these young ladies, and they look to be definitely a tough opponent for the Cardinals today. However, I've said all season long, our Cardinals are kind of hot and cold. When they're hot, they're real hot, and we showed that when we took down Hagerman the other day. And when they're cold, they can be real cold. So for those Eunice fans, they're sure hoping that those Cardinals show up that are the hot ones.
Well, definitely need the hot ones, but yeah, I mean, if you take out Hagerman, you split with Tatum. If this is any other year, Tatum's in it, probably the 7 or 8 seed, but because only 8 teams, 6 districts, they take the 6 district champions and 2 at large. So very, you know, as you mentioned, a very, very tough district for these Lady Cards. So introducing the teams, and then I think probably doing the national anthem. So we probably ought to get some sponsors in, take a quick timeout, and return. This is the Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue NMAA 2021 State Volleyball Tournament from New Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Welcome back to Eunice Lady Cardinal Volleyball at the 2021 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament, the 2A quarterfinals between the 6-seeded Lady Cardinals and the 3rd-seeded Mora Rangerettes. I'm TJ Miracle, and with the call as we get underway, here's Jimmy Jones.
All right, we've got Denise Rangel back to serve for the Cardinals. Her serve touches off the top of the net, goes over to Mora. Mora with a pass, and they send it back over to the Cardinals. Faith Hobbs confronts someone at the net. The ball back onto the Mora side. Eunice just returns it over to Mrs. Gold for the Rangerettes. She gets it over to Arissa Frazier. They are going to set Caitlin Gallant, who powers it down through the arms of one of the Mora defenders and out of bounds for the first point. Eunice now leads 1-0. Rangel back to serve again.
And great job by Gallant on that kill.
Yeah, she's powerful when she gets that good set like that. So here we go. We've got another set to Gallant, and she is blocked at the net by number 4, Angelica Leba. Leba went up and met Gallant at the net and was able to return her ball right back onto the floor on the Eunice sideline to make it 1-1.
Really just the right position there in the rotation for Mora. Nothing Eunice could do about that one.
Yeah, so Pacheco is back to serve for Mora. She gets it over the net. Eunice has some trouble returning it, so they just hit it over. Mora with the set. Number 21 for Mora, that's Janiyah Gold, but it looks like she hit it long and out of bounds, so that's going to be another point for the Lady Cardinals, and Clarissa Patron comes on for the Cardinals to serve.
Well, and more importantly, it gives us back the service and the lead here early in set one.
Patron goes over the net with the serve. Mora with the pass, the set. They touch it over the net. Hobbs with the set over to Granados. Back and forth we go here over the net. Gallant with the set. She powers it down, but Mora is able to pick it up. And number 21, Janiyah Gold, hits that ball into the net and gives Eunice another point, making it 3-1.
Yeah, really just an error right there. A little mistime on the hit, and so Eunice up early and still serving.
Yeah, so here we go with Patron serving it over the net. Mora just fires it over. And then we have a lift there called by the officials on Caitlin Gallant. She tried to become a setter, didn't work out good for Eunice.
Yeah, she wound up touching the ball twice, and that was the call. So 3-2, Eunice in the lead as the ball goes back over to Mora and Martinez to serve.
All right, so here comes the serve. The ball is over. No, it gets hung up in the net and falls on to the Mora side, giving Eunice a point and the serve. Arissa Frazier back with a 4-2 lead for Eunice. Frazier returns the favor. She hits it right into the net and gives a point back to the Rangerettes, making it 3-4.
Yeah, just right off of Arissa's hand there. It looked like she was a little bit out of position when she got it, so give it back to Mora.
Leba with the serve, clears it over the net. Hobbs with the set for Gallant, and Gallant finds an open space and scores for Eunice.
Well, and good job by Gallant there. That's her second kill of this first set, and 5-2, or rather 5-3, Eunice with the early lead.
Yeah, we've got Caballero back to serve here for the Lady Cardinals, and she's going to hit it over the net. Mora gets a good first touch on it, and Granados met him at the net, knocked it down. It looks like they're going to call net ball, or call Mora in the net, making it 3-6 Eunice. So here comes the serve from Caballero. Mora bump sets and spikes. Faith Hobbs rejects Mora at the net. Again. Wow, we've got quite the battle going on right at the net. Patron with the bump. Hobbs with the set. And Rangel hits it into the net, giving a point and serve back over to Mora.
Well, Mora doing a good job there, keeping some of them alive. Faith Hobbs is just a bulldog, absolutely there at the net. 3-4 blocks on that, and then just getting it back over, keeping it alive. Too bad, had to lose that point, and so goes back to Mora.
So Janiyah Gold with the ball, the serve over the net. Caballero couldn't keep it off the floor, and so it's deflected out of bounds. Mora with another point. It's now 5-6 in favor of Eunice.
So an ace for Janiyah Gold.
Gold back to serve again. Here comes the serve by Gold. The ball sails over the net into the arms of Caballero, who gets a nice pass. Rangel with the spike. Moore is able to pick it up. They return it over the net to Patron. Patron to Hobbs. Hobbs to Granados. Granados hits it over, and the Mora Rangerettes could not handle that pass over from Granados, and so that makes it 5-7 in favor of Eunice. Granados will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She's been a pretty good server for us all year. We'll see if she can get it going here. Mora picks the ball up off the floor, gets a nice bump set, and the spike there by number 4, Angelica Leba. That makes it 7-6 in favor of Eunice.
And that was all set up by Chrissy Cordova, their libero, who's now going back to serve. She kept a couple of pretty good volleys alive in that rally to get them the point.
So here comes the serve from Cordova. Granados with the pass. Hobbs with the set. Kiki Parker with the strike there. They were able to pick it up. And now we've got a double hit called on the Rangerettes, making it 8-6 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Just back and forth. Neither team really able to pull away. Right now, this first set's feeling like whoever makes the fewest errors is going to win.
Faith Hobbs with the serve. Oh, and Mora is unable to handle the serve. They hit it right up at the top of the net, and Kiki Parker smashes it down for another point for Eunice.
Another kill in the book, her first for Kiki Parker, but again, doing a great job at the net, the Lady Cards.
Hobbs with the serve. Mora's libero gets it up off the floor. We got a bump set, and she just hits it over and hits it out of bounds. So that ball sails wide, gives Eunice another point, making it 6-10. And Mora wants to talk about it. They want to call a timeout here.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds. More of the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Playoffs from Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, and welcome back. Here we have Faith Hobbs with the serve. Mora returns it, and then Eunice's Rangel hits it deep and out of bounds. That's going to make it 7-10, so the timeout worked for Mora.
Well, it did. They made some adjustments, and Coach Sanchez over there told her girls, work on your rotations and settle down.
Yeah, and Gurul goes to the service line for Mora. She hits it over. Eunice has trouble with the first touch and just passes it back over the net. And that's going to be in the net on number 6, which is Pacheco for the Rangerettes.
And a net violation, so gives Eunice the point and gives them back the serve. And so Rangel back to serve for the Lady Cards.
So here we go with Rangel, the serve over the net. The libero hits it up for Mora. Bump set and spike, and Caitlin Gallant meets that ball at the net and slams it down on the Mora sideline, giving Eunice a 12-7 lead here early in the first set.
Great job there up front by Gallant.
So here we go, Rangel with the serve. Mora is able to get it up. They send it back over to Gallant. Hobbs sets Gallant, and Gallant powers it way deep and out to right center field, giving Mora a point there.
Yeah, Gallant is the outside hitter, has a lot of power. Sometimes she does get a little bit antsy and doesn't work on her positioning, and they tend to go long when that happens. But still, 12-8, Eunice in the lead.
Yeah, and Pacheco will be back to serve for Mora. She hits it over the net. Granados with a great first touch. Hobbs returns it over to Gallant. Gallant just passes it over. Mora with the bump, the set, and here comes their strike. Caballero is able to keep it alive. Eunice just passes it back over. Here we go with the bump, and just a hit over. Frazier is able to keep it alive, and Eunice just sends it back to Mora. Mora with the set. And number 21 is Janiyah Gold, is able to finish that one and score a point for the Rangerettes, making it 9-12 Eunice.
Second kill for Gold here in this first set. So definitely somebody that Eunice needs to keep an eye on and try and keep the ball away from her, especially at the net if they can.
Yeah, and Pacheco will be back to serve for the Rangerettes. Eunice leads 9-12 here in the first set. Here goes the ball over the net. Looks like Eunice had a rotation problem. The officials have blown the whistle and gave the point over to Mora, making it 10-12.
Yeah, rotation, Aaron. Going over and asking for is Faith Hobbs, the senior captain, just wanting a quick, I think, just an explanation as to what happened there. And, yep, they're just going to say that somebody was out of position on the rotation. So an unforced error keeps Mora and the Rangerettes on the serve.
Yeah, so Pacheco will be back to serve again for the Rangerettes, and here comes the serve. They hit it to Parker. Parker's able to get it up to Granados. Granados back to Caballero, and she clears it over the net. Number 4, Leba for Mora is able to send it over the net. Eunice has a tough time handling it. Frazier and Gallant send it back over the net to Mora. Mora just sends it back over the net to the Lady Cardinals. Kiki Parker with a nice strike over the net. Mora with a great save, keeps it off the floor. Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gallant. Gallant powers it through and in for a point for the Lady Cardinals. It's now 10-13.
And that'll be the third kill for Gallant to go along with a block. Checking in for Eunice will be Clarissa Patron, as she will go in And she'll do the serving.
Patron, the senior, serves it over the net, over to the libero for Mora. She cannot handle it, hits it out of bounds, scoring another point and a service point there for Patron.
Nice job there. One thing we've seen all season long with all teams at all classifications is if you can get the quality hit, you got a chance, and she kept them from getting the quality hit that time.
Yeah, and Patron hits it over. Mora just sends it back over softly to the Cardinal side. Gallant is set, and she powers it down. And the Rangerettes couldn't handle Gallant's power there. It's deflected out of bounds. Eunice now leads 10-15.
As that one got on Cordova so quick, nothing she could do with it. Just tried to make contact and didn't work out.
Patron hits it over, and the Rangerettes have trouble with that one as well. Jasmine Gurul could not handle the serve. It's now 10-16 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Patron will be back to serve. Here comes the serve. It's over the net. Mora with the bump, the set, and they find the open space on the Cardinal side. She just dinked it over into that open space and scored a point for Mora.
Yeah, Eunice getting just a little bit out of position right there, and good heads-up play from Mora on the front line to see that they had all that open space.
Yeah, Martinez will be back to serve now for Mora. It's over the net. Caballero gets a nice first touch. Granados sets Gallant. Gallant powers it down. Mora is able to keep it off the floor and send it back across to the Cardinal side. Hobbs sets Granados. Granados powers it down. Mora picks that one up as well. And the setter, instead of setting the ball, pushes it over into the back corner and lands on the floor, giving Mora a point there, making it 12-16.
And seen that more and more as the season has gone on against a lot of teams. The setter, instead of setting, will see an open spot, and the coach tells them just find it and go for it.
So Cordova with the serve, hits it to Patron, Patron to Frazier, and Granados sends it over the net to Mora. Mora with the bump set, and number 4, Angelica Leba with a nice power strike there, making it 13-16, and Coach Robbie Robinson wants to talk about it. Timeout, Eunice.
So we'll be back in 30 seconds. More of the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Tournament from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Back here in Fort Sumner, it is the 2A quarterfinals between the Mora Rangerettes and the Lady Cardinals of Eunice. I'm TJ Miracle, and out of the Eunice timeout with the call, Jimmy Jones.
Marisol Martinez will be back to serve for Mora. Eunice leads 13-16. We're just waiting on the officials to give her the whistle and the green light here. She's back to serve. Here goes the serve. It's across. Oh, and we had Hobbs and Caballero both not sure who was going to get it, and the ball actually flies right past Hobbs and hits Caballero, scoring a point for the Mora Rangerettes.
So it'll be the ace for Marisol Martinez, second ace for Mora.
Martinez with the serve, hits it across. Caballero is able to pick it up. Patron clears it over the net. Number 6, Leba with the power shot. The Cardinals are only able to just return it across the net. Gold is set at the net for Mora. She hits it across. Hobbs sets Granados. Granados clears it over to the other side. And Mora's hit number 7, Jocelyn Gold, hits the ball into the net, giving the Lady Cardinals the 17-14 lead.
Well, and that breaks a 5-point run for Mora. Eunice stays in the lead 17-14 and back on the serve with Frazier.
Frazier hits the ball over the net to the libero. Cordova gets set and hits it into the net, giving Eunice a 14-18 lead here early. So we'll have Frazier back to serve again, the senior. And, she got a service point there. See if she can get another one here. She clears it across the net. Mora's number 4, Leba, hits it up. They set her back. She hits it to Caballero. Caballero is able to pick it up. Granados clears it over the net for the Cardinals. Number 4, Leba clears it for Mora. Mora hits it over, and Hobbs sets Gallant, and Gallant finds a soft spot and scores again.
Well, and a nice job by Gallant. She realized there that she did not need to just come down and hammer it, that a softer touch was needed, and it worked.
Yes, sir, and Arissa Frazier serves it over the net. Mora struggles to do anything with it, so they clear it over to the Cardinals. Granados slams it down, and Moore is able to block it right back, but Hobbs clears it for the Cardinals. Frazier sends it back over. I think we've got this. It looks like backyard volleyball right here.
And we're going to have a jump ball, 2 net violations, both by Leba and by Granados. And so they're going to say, okay, like in basketball, it's a thumbs up. So jump ball, redo it. No point either way.
I've seen that happen a lot. I've never seen it happen on a net violation. So interesting. Frazier hits it over the net. Moore is able to return it back to the Cardinals. Gallant gets set by Hobbs. She slams it down, and Moore is able to pick it up off the ground and keep it going. And then she slams it again, and Moore picks it up again. Frazier gets it to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Granados.
And they're going to say side. No, they're going to say it was in, just in. And the Mora folks not liking it at all, but the point for Eunice. And now they switched their opinion as they got together, and one of the line judges said it was out, another one said it was in, and the head official overrode, and so that'll make it 15-19. Eunice still up by 4.
With Leba back to serve for the Rangerettes. She hits it over. Patron picks it up, sets it to Hobbs. Hobbs passes it over to Gallant, and Gallant hits it down. And Moore was also in the net, so that makes it 15-20 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Lady Cardinals right now in control, just have to stay calm.
Caballero will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She hits a nice serve into Miss Gold. Gold with the pass. They hit it over. Caballero picks it up with a great save, and Patron hits it over the net. Pacheco with the set. And number 21, Janiyah Gold, slams it down.
So, yeah, just in position right there as Gold and Leba, really their 2 best frontline players. It would appear they like setting both of them up and work to perfection that time.
Yeah, Janiyah Gold back to serve for Mora, trailing 16-20 to Eunice here early. Well, we had a mix-up there between Frazier and Caballero. They couldn't decide who was going to get it, so neither of them got it. It's now 17-20. Moore is trying to cut into this Eunice lead early.
Second ace for Janiyah Gold here in this first set. Gold
back to serve again for Moore. The ball is up, and here it comes across. She slams it into the chest of Arissa Frazier, who couldn't do anything with it. It's a great knuckleball serve. It's now 18-20 in favor of Eunice.
Yeah, that thing does have a lot of wicked movement on it. It doesn't look like it's moving as it comes over and we see it cross the pins, and all of a sudden, yeah, just like a knuckleball, it starts turning over and you don't know where it's going.
So Gold hits that one out of bounds and does Eunice a favor there, making it 18-21. And we'll have Granados back to serve for the Lady Cardinals.
As Kiki Parker will check in for the Lady Cards and will take her place on the front line.
Granados with the serve. It's over to Mora. Mora has a tough time with the first touch, so they're just going to have to clear it. They send it over to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs just clears it. Mora with the set. They set Kiki Parker, and she slams it down, but they're able to pick it up. They've now got a double hit called on the Rangerettes. It's now 18-22.
Nice job by the Lady Cards, just returning and keeping the ball alive in the rally, and so now just 3 points away from claiming set 1.
Granados with a great serve there. Mora gets a good touch on it, though. They have the set. Number 6, Pacheco slams it down, but Eunice is able to keep it up off the floor. Parker slams it back the other way. Moore is able to pick that one up. And Frazier's first touch sails into the net. Hobbs tried to clear it and couldn't, so it's now 19-22 Eunice.
Yeah, big battle right up front, and Faith Hobbs just not getting the better of that one, and so now it'll be Gold back to serve.
Jocelyn Gold with the serve. She sends it over. Granados picks it up. Hobbs with the set. Parker with the slam down, and she hits it too long. It's now 20-22. And looks like Eunice is going to take a timeout here. Coach Robinson wants to talk about it.
So we'll take it with them. 22-20, Eunice in the lead. Round one of the 2021 NMAA Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament. Back from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back here in Fort Sumner at the Fox's Den, round one of the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Playoffs, and a net serve. As I'll give it back to you now, Jimmy. Eunice takes the 23-20 lead.
Yeah, number 7, Jocelyn Gold, does Eunice a favor, hits it right into the nets. We have the senior Hobbs, Eunice leading 23-20. Faith Hobbs back to serve for the Lady Cardinals, hits it over the net. Moore is able to pick it up. They just send it back over to Eunice. Eunice has a tough time with that first touch. Rangel sends it over. Eunice is able to Moore is able to pick that up. Hobbs sets that ball right up onto the net, and Kiki Parker gets into the net. So that'll be a net violation and send the ball and serve back over to Moore with a 21-23 lead for the Lady Cardinals.
Well, the Lady Cards have shown that they can handle it as Garule goes back to serve for the Rangerettes.
Here comes the serve over the net. It's way long, and that's going to make it 24-21. Eunice with game point here, and Mora wants to talk about it. They're going to call a timeout here.
So we'll take 30 with them. This is the quarterfinals of the 2A NMAA State Volleyball Tournament from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards! Back here in Fort Sumner, and Eunice will serve for the match point.
Rangel sends it across to Mora. Mora picks it up with a nice touch. Number 4, Leba sends it over. Eunice is able to pick that ball up. Eunice was unable to do anything with it, so they clear it. Number 4, Leba gets set again. Rangel picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Gallant. Gallant was kind of set out wide, so all she could do was clear it. Rangel with a nice pickup there. And Mora gets confused. Eunice wins set number 1, 21-25 over the number 3 team in the state here.
Well, great job, and we'll be back for set number 2. You're listening to and watching the 2021 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue NMAA State Volleyball Tournament, the 2A quarterfinals from the Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. Welcome back to Fort Sumner. It is the quarterfinals of the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Tournament. The 6th-seeded Eunice Lady Cardinals winning set 1 by a score of 25-21. I'm TJ Miracle alongside the judge, Jimmy Jones, and nobody really took command in that first set, Jimmy, but we talked about it a little bit. Whoever made the fewest mistakes was going to win that first set, and the Lady Cardinals made the fewest mistakes, and that puts Mora in a bit of a hole. Yeah, it wasn't a real pretty set, but at the same time, it's pretty for the Eunice Lady Cardinals. They get that first set win over the number 3 seed team here in this state tournament, and so that's a big set win for the Lady Cardinals. Mora just seemed to never be able to get anything going that set, and so I expect that they'll iron some of those things out and get things going in this set. Well, and of course, the winner of this match will go on to play the winner of Cloudcroft and Rehoboth, probably Cloudcroft, on Wednesday evening there in Cloudcroft. So we'll see what happens, but we've still got a lot of volleyball to play here today. You can't start thinking about that until, I don't know, you've won 3 sets. Right. I believe that's what it's going to take here. So, as we prepare to get going here, Eunice has just got to kind of keep doing what they did that set. They were able to just grind and kind of make a working man's set out of that one right there and end up grinding away and pick up the win there in set number 1. That's huge for the young ladies from Eunice. Well, it is, and 4 kills in that set for Caitlin Gallant. Also at a block, Kiki Parker also with a kill. So, a couple of girls contributing big. Of course, Arissa Frazier, Faith Hobbs, both with service points and playing good up at the net. So, a team effort there for the Lady Cardinals. Not sure what the holdup is right here. Yeah. On the other side, really, it's, been the Janiyah Gold show. She had 2 kills to go along with 3 aces. Angelica Leba, who's done a whole lot of work, especially up around the net with a block and a kill, and Marisol Martinez with an ace for Mora. So some girls to watch in the green uniforms tonight. Mora is the home team, is the 3rd seed, and they are wearing the green with the white letters and numbers. Eunice in the all black with the red letters and numbers. So wherever you're watching tonight around the world on HobbsAmerica.com on the Eunice Sports tab, or better yet on the Eunice Sports link, thanks for being with us. Do give us a subscription on the YouTube channel. We would appreciate that as well. So I guess we got everything worked out. Looks like they're about to wave us on. We've got Marisol Pacheco back for the Rangerettes. She's going to start us off here in set number 2 with the serve. So she's at the service line. She's bouncing the ball, and here it comes across the net. Eunice struggles to pick that ball up and just has to send it back over to Mora. Mora with the bump set, and here comes the spike by number 4. Caballero with a diving save there for the Lady Cardinals, and then Mora returns it deep into the corner there of the Lady Cardinals to give them point number 1. And hit the line, and so it was in as Caballero tried to get that second big save there, but just couldn't dig it out. So 1-0. Mora to start the second set. Pacheco up for the serve. She sends it over. Granados is able to one-hand pick up there. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs sends it over. Pacheco with the set to number 4, Leba. Leba sends it over. Rangel clears it, and Moore's able to pick it up, but they just could not get the ball over the net. So a nice shot there in the back corner by Rangel. Yeah, very good shot and good hustle. Credit where credit is due the other way. Mora just really couldn't do anything with it. Got way out of position, but that's credit to Eunice for putting it over there. Yeah, so Rangel's serve soars over the net. Oh, and the young lady from Mora wasn't sure whether to get it. She stuck a hand out, and it clears, so it worked out really good. And then Rangel comes in and sticks a hand on it and sends it out of bounds. That makes it 2-1 in favor of Mora early. Well, one of those better lucky than good sometimes as they manage to get it over, and then Eunice can't keep it alive in the rally. Side out and back to Mora. Martinez back to serve for Mora. She sends it over the net. Parker's able to pick it up. Caballero sends it over to Gallant. Gallant clears it. Pacheco with the set. They clear it over the net. Granado sets Parker, and Parker hits it about 3 inches too long. That makes it 3-1 Mora here early in the second set. Just a little bit too much there. Critical part of the set, though. Eunice needs to break the serve right here, down 3-1, but a tough task with Mora on the serve.
Martinez with the serve. She hits it over the net, and it soars out of bounds. Caballero jumps out of the way at the last minute and lets it go. It's now 3-2 Mora.
Service error. That is at the 5th or 6th service error on Mora in this match so far. Eunice will definitely take those points.
The senior Patron is back to serve. She hits it over the net. Mora is able to pick it up. There's a set from Pacheco over to Gold. Gold sends it over. Gallant blocks it, but Mora is able to send it back over again. And Gallant slams it down onto the Mora sideline for a point for the Lady Cardinals. It's now 3-3, all tied up.
And that is the 5th kill for Caitlin Gallant in the match. So, yeah, as you mentioned, 3-3. And Eunice is just right now playing with a lot more heart and hustle, I think, than Mora. I think Mora's going, what's happening here?
Patron sends it over the net. The libero Cordova picks it up, and they're going to call a double hit there on the side of the Rangerettes and make it 4-3. Eunice now leads.
Well, they do, and Eunice, this is the time where they can put their foot down. We've seen some times where Eunice can go 8-10 points in a service. This would be a good time to do it.
And Patron sends it long. Cordova started to get it, let it go. It's now 4-4.
And she let it go when the head coach, Jacqueline Sanchez, was screaming, no, 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 no.
Leyba with the serve for Mora, hits it over the net. Patron picks it up, over to Granados. Granados to Gallant. Gallant sends it over. Pacheco with the set for the Rangerettes. That ball sent over. Granados is able to pick it up. Gallant sends it back to Mora. Hobbs picks it up off the floor. Granados with the set. Gallant hits it down, but unfortunately for the Lady Cardinals, it was long, and so it's out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little bit out of position, a little bit off on the timing right there for Gallant, and just hits it long. Mora keeps the serve.
Leyba with a nice serve over the net. Caballero picks it up. Granados over to Gallant. Gallant sends it long, and Mora could not handle it, so that makes it 5-5, tied up again.
Error for Mora's out of position there as Janiyah Gold moved it into the back corner, but nobody around.
The senior Arissa Frazier with the serve. She hits it over. Pacheco sets Gold. Gold sends it deep. Caballero's able to pick it up. Hobbs just clears it to the other side. Gold with the set. Garul hits it over. Eunice is able to pick it up and then find an opening in the Mora defense.
Nice job there. Faith Hobbs saw that it was going to take a little more than a dink, but she didn't need to try and kill it. Point for Eunice.
Frazier sends it deep. Mora is able to get that first touch, sends it back over, and Mora hits it out of bounds. So that's going to give Eunice a two-point lead, 5-7.
It's a nice job again by the Lady Cardinals. It's just hustle for them right now. And a little bit of luck, but you'll take it.
Arissa Frazier mishit that serve, but it actually worked out really well. The libero Cordova comes over. Oh, nice pickup there by Granados of Eunice. Pacheco gets it for Mora, sets, and they hit it across to Caballero. Hobbs to Gallant, and Gallant powers that ball into the heart of the defense, scoring a point for Eunice, 8-5.
6th kill for Caitlin Gallant, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Sanchez. So 8-5, Eunice in the lead here in set number 2. We're back in 30 seconds. More state tournament volleyball action from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Back here in Fort Sumner, it is the quarterfinals in 2A of the 2021 NMAA Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball Tournament. Winner of this match goes on to take on the winner of Cloudcroft and Rehoboth on Wednesday. Eunice up 8-5, and with the call, Jimmy Jones.
Frazier with the serve, hits it over the net. Pacheco with the set for the Rangerettes. Hits it over. We've got Gallant is set there at the net by Hobbs, and she powers it down for another kill.
Yeah, just powered it through the attempted block on the near side of Gold and also of Garule.
Yeah, so Frazier with another serve. Hits it over the net. Pacheco with the set. Caballero picks that ball up, and it looks like they're calling Garul with the net there on that side. So that's going to give Eunice another point, making it 10-5 Eunice. Frazier hits it over the net with the serve. Pacheco just clears it for the Rangerettes. Frazier hits it over to Gallant. Gallant clears it to the side of Mora. Pacheco sets. Number 21, Gold, hits it over to the net, and Caballero picks it up, and Eunice sends it back over. Pacheco then sets it again, and number 28, Jasmine Guru, hits it long, giving a point to the Lady Cardinals.
Right now, the Lady Cards, if they can hold serve, this is one of those patented, they can go 8-10 points. They'd like to do it right here.
It's 11-5, and here goes Frazier with the serve. Mora picks it up, bump set, and clears it over to the Lady Cardinals. Had kind of some confusion there on the side of Mora, but they're able to clear it and get it over the net. Hobbs now sets Gallant. Gallant powers it down, but Mora's able to pick it up again. Oh, and the ball hits the top of the net and just skips in between Hobbs and Granados for a point for the Rangerettes.
Really nothing the Lady Cardinals could do right there, as that ball, as you mentioned, it just kind of skipped over, took a funny little spin, and then went down to the floor.
Janiah Gold, probably the best player today for the Mora Rangerettes, and she's back to serve. She drives it into Patron. Patron picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Granados. Granados is able to clear it, but Moore is able to pick it up. Hobbs sends it back over again to the Rangerettes. Pacheco that time sends it back deep to Caballero. Hobbs clears it for Eunice. Leba's able to pick it up over to Cordoba, and the Rangerettes clear it back over to Eunice. Hobbs sets Gallant. Gallant hits it down the line, and now that ball goes out of bounds with a Mora point there, making it 7-11, Eunice.
Jocelyn Gold was right there and got it up, and Caitlin Gallant hit it, but it came off the side of her hand a little bit, plus added into the way it was coming over from Gold. Really nothing they could do about it, so point to Mora.
So here goes Janiah Gold back to serve for the Rangerettes. She hits it right over into a nice soft spot, but Frazier's able to return it. Then Pacheco picks it up at the net, hits it over Gallant to Hobbs. Hobbs clears it. The Rangerettes kick it over to Eunice. Eunice's Gallant hits it in, and she is blocked at the net, giving another point to the Rangerettes.
Yeah, block going to be credited there to Jocelyn Gold. So her first block of the match, and now it's Mora on a bit of a run here, but still trailing 11-8 in set 2.
And her sister, Janiah Gold, who is back to serve again, and she has given us some problems on that first touch. And it looked like we had two players, Hobbs and Gallant, run into each other there. It's now 9-11. So 9-11 Eunice here. Janiah Gold is on a service run here. Eunice needs to break this serve.
Yeah, right now on a 4-point run.
So Gold starts with the serve. She hits it over. It hits the net. Hobbs with a dive and save, and Frazier clears it. Gold sets Pacheco. Pacheco hits it over, and Gallant can't handle it there at the net. That now makes it 10-11, and Eunice wants a timeout to talk about it.
So Robbie Robinson takes the timeout, 12-9, Eunice in the lead. Set number 2, we're back in 30 from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Back here in Fort Sumner out of the Eunice timeout. Eunice leading 11-10 here in set number 2 and up 1-0. But it is Mora on a 6-point run right now. So as we get back to the action with the call, Jimmy Jones.
All right, so we've got some discussion going on as to what happened there, but I'm not sure. They're still arguing about it. But Caballero is now back to serve for Eunice, and the Mora Rangerettes are not happy about whatever's going on.
I'm not sure why Eunice would have the serve. They called the timeout. There must have been a violation at some point, as Coach Sanchez is telling her team to settle down.
Yeah,
So something happened, and they switched the serve over to us. There had to be a penalty. I didn't see one called.
Yeah, the Mora fans are not happy, but it sounds like they called someone in the net right there before the timeout. So it's now 10-12. Eunice is in the lead. They've changed the score. The Mora faithful are not happy, so now they're showing it by stomping on the bleachers and probably shaking our camera. But it's 10-12. Eunice is in the lead, and Caballero will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals.
And now they're going to change it, and they're going to say, well, it looked like for a moment they were going to, somebody put thumbs up like they were going to just redo it, but they decided Eunice ball.
So here goes the serve for Caballero, and she hits it straight out of bounds, giving that point back over to the Mora Rangerettes.
So that's kind of just giving it back depending on what the problem was a minute ago. So Cordova back to serve, but Eunice up 12-11.
So here comes the Cordova serve, and it sails out of bounds. Caballero wisely let that one go. So now it's 13-11 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Granados will be back to serve for Eunice. Here's the whistle to allow her to serve, and here comes the serve over the net. Moore is unable to handle that first touch, and I think that threw Eunice off, and so a point scored for the Rangerettes, making it 12-13 Eunice.
Yeah, they were still getting into position, and really nothing they could do right there. Denise Rangel was a little bit out of position, managed to get a hand on it, but everybody else, nobody around her.
Yeah, so Garul with the serve for Mora. She hits it to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. Parker slams it down, but Mora's able to pick it up and keep it going, and now they've called her with the lift or double hit. That makes it 14-12 Eunice.
And it gives them the service back as, again, the Mora faithful voicing their displeasure over to our left here.
Yeah, and Faith Hobbs back to serve for Eunice, sends it over. The first touch goes straight over the net. Kiki sends it across, but Mora picks it up. Back to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Parker, and Parker sends it sailing out of bounds. It's now going to be 13-14.
Well, and Parker just a little bit off on her jump there and her arm angle as she was coming over, and that's what caused it to go wide. She's got good power, but she needs to work on the control a little.
Yeah, so Pacheco will be back to serve for Mora. The ball is up. She sends it across. Good serve over to Frazier. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. Rangel sends it over, and Morris Cordova could not handle it. The ball goes out of bounds, and Eunice now leads by 2, 13-15.
So a kill for Rangel. And as you mentioned, 15-13 in the service goes back to the Cards.
Yeah, so Rangel will be back to serve, and Caitlin Gallant comes in at that front left rotation spot. Here comes the serve over by Rangel. Two more players both play at it. They're able to send it back over the net. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Parker hits it into the block by Marisol Martinez, and there was another one in there with her, I believe number 4, Angelica Leyba.
Yeah, it'll be a double block for Leyba and Martinez, as really when, they were just in perfect position right there.
Yeah, and so Martinez will be back to serve for Mora. Mora now trails 14-15. Here comes the serve, and she hits it straight into the net, giving Eunice a 2-point lead again, 14-16.
Neither team right now can really seem to get enough going and just take control of this second set. It's back and forth, as Patron will check in for Parker to serve.
And Patron, the senior, back to serve, hits it. It goes over the net. Cordova picks it up for Mora. Mora with the set. Number 4, Leyba with the spike. Hobbs sends it sailing into the rafters, and Mora could not handle it, and the ball finds the ground. They're saying that was a double hit on the side of Mora.
Yeah, they're going to say that Leyba got a hold of it twice, and I think she might have. And so now Eunice with a chance to take control.
So it's now 14-17. Patron back to serve. The senior, the ball is up, and here it goes across the net. Cordova hits it up over to Pacheco. Pacheco sends it across to Hobbs. Hobbs just clears it back to Mora. Oh, and number 21, Janiyah Gold, hits it right into Caitlin Gallant, who sends it out of bounds, making it 15-17.
And another kill will be credited to Janiyah Gold. That'll be her third.
Leyba back to serve for the Rangerettes. She hits it to Patron. Patron to Cordova. Faith Hobbs just punches it over. Now we've got Garul set as she hits it up. Hobbs sets. And that ball hit, man, it's back and forth over the net. Eunice gets it back into play. Mora sends it deep into the corner and scores a point there. That was number 21, Janai Gold.
And a good job for Eunice on the net by Yolanda Granados. Looked like she had a little problem with it. The Mora faithful saying two touch. No, it was all good because it was coming out of the net.
So here goes Leba with the serve, and Patron hits it straight out of bounds, and it's now tied up, 17-17. Robbie Robinson wants a timeout to talk about it.
17 all here in set number 2. This is the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Tournament from Fort Sumner. We're back in 30 seconds from No Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Back here at Fort Sumner out of the Eunice timeout, the Eunice Lady Cardinals and the Mora Rangerettes tied at 17. Here's Jimmy Jones.
So Leba sends it over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Caballero. Caballero to Galan, who touches it over. Cordoba to Pacheco. Pacheco to Gold. Gold sends it over. Galan is set at the net. She powers it down, but Mora is able to keep it alive, and they send it over to Eunice's side. Granados to Frazier. Frazier finds a soft spot and hits it in. Frazier with the kill.
And that's a great job by Arissa Frazier. Her first kill of the match, but the senior captain saw that she had that opening and she didn't need to power it home. Just get it over and put it where they can't get it.
So Frazier with the serve. She hits it into a soft spot and finds the floor for the ace.
So an ace for Frazier. She gets the kill, then the ace. So pretty good 2 points. Puts Eunice back up by 2.
17-19. Frazier back to serve. The senior. She throws it up. Hits it over the net. Mora picks it up with the bump set spike to Garul. Garul hits it into Gallant, and Gallant can't handle it. It's now 18-19 Eunice.
So again, neither team really able to take control of this set number 2. It's just a back and forth affair.
Janai Gold back to serve for the Rangerettes, and she's been pretty good today. She sends it over and out of bounds. So I guess I spoke too soon. She hits it long. It's now 18-20. So Eunice with the 2-point lead, and the senior Caballero will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. Also the libero. She throws it up and hits it across the net. Mora picks it up on that first touch. They've got the set outside to Pacheco. Pacheco sends it over. Rangel sets it, hits it. Pacheco gets the first touch. They clear it across with Frazier. Frazier hits it to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. She clears it. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. Rangel powers it through, but Mora keeps it off the floor and hits it across back to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. Rangel powers it through the deflection, but Mora keeps it going. And there is Cordoba with a nice hit from the back row, scoring for the Lady Rangerettes.
A long rally there for the Rangerettes and the Lady Cardinals, and going to the Rangerettes as Mora keeping that one alive and just finally getting it to where not much Eunice could do with it.
And we've got Jocelyn Gold now back to serve. She hits it to Frazier. Frazier to Patron. Patron to Hobbs. Hobbs clears it. Over to Mora. Mora's Gold hits it up, and they hit it into the net. That's going to be a point for the Lady Cardinals, making it 19-21. We've got a substitution. Patron goes out. Kiki Parker comes in at the front left, and we'll have Granados back to serve. Granados will throw the ball up, and here comes the serve across. Moore is able to get that first touch to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. Pacheco sends it over. Frazier hits it up to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Parker. Parker hits it across. Gold just sends it back over to the Lady Cardinals. Hobbs sends it back over to Mora. Mora's Gold sets Pacheco. Pacheco hits it long and out of bounds, giving Eunice a 19-22 lead.
Well, and again, it's one of those instances like we talked about, Jimmy, and a timeout going to take it. by Mora, the team that makes the fewest mistakes. And right now, Eunice making the fewest mistakes. And while we've got a moment, of course, got to say a big thank you to everybody who makes our coverage possible for the Eunice Lady Cardinals all season long. Couldn't do it without good folks at the Eunice Clinic and Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, the City of Eunice, Parker Energy, Cardinal Hardware and Lumber, and Zia Auto Shop. So nice job by them, and we appreciate them being on board all season long. And, of course, here in the 2021 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue State Volleyball quarterfinals.
So Eunice here with a 3-point lead in set number 2. After winning the first set, we've got Granados back to serve for the Lady Cardinals, and here comes the serve across the net. And that first touch is high up toward the net. Mora just sends it across. Hobbs sets Parker. Parker slams it over. Mora picks it up off the floor over to Pacheco. Pacheco finds the opening right in front of Parker and Frazier and scores, making it 20-22.
So again, it's another one of those cases of Mora just coming on.
Jasmine Gurul back to serve for Mora. She sends it over to Frazier. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Parker slams it through. Mora picks it up off the ground. Gold sends it across to Rangel. Rangel to Hobbs. Back over to Rangel. Rangel slams it down. Mora is able to keep it alive. Two Mora Rangerettes run into each other, but they send it over. Hobbs to Parker. Parker slams it down. They pick it up again. Gold to Leba. Leba hits it hard, but Caballero picks it up. She sends it across. Mora picks that one up as well. We've got quite a volley going here, and it sails out of bounds on the Cardinal sideline. So Eunice now at 23-20 here in set 2.
So nice job by the Lady Cardinals to break that serve. Now, can they smell blood in the water with Hobbs serving and get these 2 points to win it?
Hobbs with a nice serve, sends it across. Mora just returns it. No bump set, nothing, just sends it across. Cordoba with the bump. Gold with the set, and Leba slams it hard, but Caballero picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Frazier, to Parker, and Kiki Parker slams it in, giving Eunice a 24-20 lead here in set number 2.
Great job by Parker. You could tell she was timing her jump on that one to go up and waited until it was just perfect and saw that hole open up, gets her second kill of the match, and now serving for set number 2, the Lady Cardinals.
Faith Hobbs sends it across. Cordoba picks it up over to Gold. Gold back to Cordoba on the back row, and she hits it in. Eunice thought it was out. That makes it 21-24 and breaks the serve.
Wow.
So it looks like number 6, Pacheco, who has been a pretty good server for Mora Rangerettes, will be back to serve here. Eunice up by 3 with a set point. She needs to serve off 4 or 5 in a row here. She sends it across. Caballero picks it up. Parker sends it over to the middle, and Eunice's Hobbs will just clear it. Cordoba picks it up over to Pacheco. Pacheco to Leba. Leba sends it across. The ball hits the net on the Eunice side, falls in front of Parker, and scores for Mora, 22-24.
Wow. Again, neither team really taking control. Who makes the fewest mistakes? Now, I said it a minute ago, if they smell blood in the water, can they take advantage of it?
So here goes Pacheco for Mora with the serve. She jump serves it across to Frazier. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Eunice runs into each other, but they get it back across. Pacheco to Leba. Leba sends it over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Frazier. And Frazier hits it up on the high part of the net, and Leba sends it back down into the Cardinal defense to score, making it 23-24 in favor of Eunice.
Well, now it is going to be, on Eunice to get this point, or else we've got to go extra time here.
And Eunice brings Rangel out and sends Isabella Garrett to the front line. Pacheco back to serve for Mora. Here comes the jump serve again. She hits it across into the teeth of the defense. Caballero just sends it across. The ball gets deflected at the top, and Eunice wins set number 2, 25-23. Kiki Parker with an amazing point there to win set 2.
So nice job by Parker, and we've played 2. Eunice 1 set away from moving on to the semifinals, 25-23. We are back in a couple of minutes for set number 3. From Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in well sick care for all ages, well women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Back here in Fort Sumner, preparing for set number 3. The Eunice Lady Cardinals are one set away from moving on into the semifinals. Coming up on Wednesday, I believe in Cloudcroft, but we will double check that as we move through this third set. So can Eunice has been capable of doing it all year, Judge Jones. You know, when that's pretty common of any Coach Robbie Robinson team. When they smell blood in the water, they attack. But here in set number 3, if they want to sweep it out, they've got to cut down on the mistakes.
Yeah, they've got to pick it up right here and finish this one off. They've got a great opportunity to do it. They've, it's basically been a dogfight. Both points have been very competitive, 25-21, 25-23. So here we go in set number 3. Rangel will be back serving for Eunice from our right to left. And here we go. The ball is up, and here it comes across the net. Mora is able to pick it up with that first touch. They send it over to Cordova. Cordova sends it over. Granados picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Caitlin Gallant, and she powers it down for the first point for Eunice, 1-0.
Well, in another case of Gallant, just too hot to handle back there for the libero Cordova or any of the backline players, and so Eunice up early, 1-0.
Yeah, so here we go. The serve comes across for Rangel. Mora sends it back across. Kiki Parker had the set. I don't think she was expecting Mora to set her, so she hits it into the net. That makes it 1-1. So number 6, Marisol Pacheco will be back to serve for the Rangerettes. Here comes the jump serve. She hits it across. Granados picks it up to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Caitlin Gallant, who powers it all the way off the libero's hands, and I think it landed on Capitan Mountain over there. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Well, I think it did, and Gallant with another kill, and that's a big one for the Lady Cards.
So Patron, the senior, will be back to serve. Eunice leading 2-1. Here comes the ball across the net. Mora picks it up. Pacheco with the set over to Gold. Gold taps it across, but she hits the net. Or no, she's going to be outside the little...
Yeah, going to be outside the pegs.
Yeah, the little peg, I guess is what you call it. It's outside, so that gives Eunice a 3-1 lead. Patron will be back to serve again. The ball is up and over the net. Cordova picks it up over to Gold. Gold hits it over to Leyba. Leyba hits it across. Hobbs sets Granados. Granados hits it cross court. And number 21, Gold, couldn't handle it. It lands up in the fans of Mora. Eunice leads 4-1.
And that was a good job there again by Granados, as she saw if she could get it kind of along the line of the net that nobody could get to it. Did a nice job.
Patron hits it across. Cordova picks it up. Pacheco sets Leyba. Caitlin Gallant slams it back down, but wow. But looked like Pacheco, I believe it was Pacheco, was able to find the back corner of the defense for the Lady Cardinals. They saved it, and she scored.
So 4-2, Eunice still up by 2 in a do-or-die set for Mora, the number 3 seed. As we got an upset special, not really, but Eunice a much higher than a 6, but still it would be in a bit of an upset.
Martinez hits it across. Patron over to Gallant. Gallant sends it across. Leyba slams it onto the Eunice sideline, and Leyba scores a point for the Rangerettes, making it 3-4. Eunice still in the lead by 1.
For Leyba, her second kill to go along with a couple of blocks and an ace.
So number 16, Marisol Martinez, continues to serve. She's made a little run for him here, cutting into the Eunice lead. The ball is up. She hits it across. Wow.
That's in.
Yeah, that ball hit in that back corner. Eunice thought it was going to sail long, and it didn't. It dropped right in there. It's now tied up 4-4 here in set number 3. Eunice leads 2-0. Number 16, Marisol Martinez, back to serve for the Mora Rangerettes. Here she comes. The ball is up and over. Caballero hits it long. We had Hobbs and Granados both trying to get it. Neither one of them ended up with it. The ball sails into the bleachers.
Yeah, and Coach Robbie Robinson is telling them, you got to call it, you got to call it, know whose that is. I think Eunice saves that one if they don't have the collision there by the two girls.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I believe we've got 16. That's Martinez with the serve. Caballero picks it up over to Granados. Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs hits it deep. Garul picks it up over to Leyba. Leyba slams it down, but Caitlin Gallant got in the net.
And this is the first time in the entire match that Mora has led. It's 6-4. Again, going to be critical for Eunice to break serve. Martinez with a little bit of a deceptive serve as she starts running and then just kind of stops and puts it up.
Yeah, so here it comes over the net again. Patron picks it up. We've got two players running into each other again, so Hobbs just sends it across. Cordoba sets Leyba, and it looked like Gallant just slam dunked it there, but it looked like Mora's in the net anyway. So that makes it 6-5, Mora in the lead.
Yeah, nice job by Gallant there as just, put it down and got Eunice the ball back.
Frazier hits it across. We've got the set there for, oh wow, nice save out of bounds by Frazier. Woo, and that ball was about 2 inches too long. That makes it 7-5 Mora.
And it'll give Mora back the serve, more importantly for them.
Yeah, so Leyba will be back to serve for Mora. And Elika Leyba sends it over the net. Granados picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gallant. Gallant slam dunks it into the back corner and scores for Eunice.
Nice job by Gallant. Once again, another kill in the book for Caitlin Gallant. I'll have to count these up here momentarily, but yeah, she is in fuego on that side of things.
So here comes the serve from Caballero. She hits it over. Moore is able to pick it up. The set to Pacheco, over to Garul. Garul sends it back to Caballero. Caballero to Patron. Patron to Granados, who sends it over. Cordoba over to Pacheco. Pacheco to Gold, who slams it down, but Frazier picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. They send it back over to Eunice. Hobbs to Rangel again, and they're going to send it back over to Eunice again. Caballero over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Granados. Granados sends it to Mora. Mora picks it up. Cordoba sends it over. Granados one-hands it. Hobbs over to Rangel, and Rangel hits it right into the net.
And that doesn't happen, though, Jimmy, unless it is Garul and also Gold right in the middle that saved a very, very tough return and kept that rally alive.
Yeah, so now you've got Janiyah Gold back to serve for the Rangerettes, leading 8-6. She hits it across, and she hits it out of bounds. So it's going to be Eunice trailing by 1 point here, 8-7, and Kiki Parker comes back in.
Yeah, as Parker will come in, she'll take over on the front line. She is very tough up on the front.
Granados with the serve. She hits it over. Two more Rangerettes go after it. It ends up with number 6, Pacheco, who hits it to Granados. Granados to Frazier. Frazier to Hobbs. Hobbs will clear it. Leyba bumps it up over to Gold. Gold to Garul, who sends it over. Granados picks it up. Hobbs sends it up into the middle, and Mora blocks it back to the Eunice side. And
it's in.
Rangel finds that back line and scores for Eunice, tying it up at 8.
As Mora had dropped back thinking, yep, that one's going to go long. That's happened to us a couple of times. Things move a little bit funny in here, and, the girls, I think, still getting kind of used to the sight lines.
Granados with a good serve there, but Mora keeps it alive. Mora hit that ball into the net, but it spun over the net and landed on the floor on the Eunice side.
Yeah, that was Garul. She got her second kill on that one, and so makes it 9-8 again. Back forth here in set number 3.
So Cordova back to serve for the Mora Rangerettes. She sends it across the net. Caballero picks it up to Hobbs. Hobbs over to Parker. Parker hits it into the net. That's going to make it 10-8 in favor of Mora here in set number 3, and Cordova will be back to serve for Mora.
And really, I'm thinking maybe one more point for Mora, and Coach Robbie Robinson going to take a timeout.
Yeah, but that's probably going to be it right there. That was a deflected ball there by Granados. Robbie's looking at him. She's clapping at him.
So no timeout as of yet, so 11-8, and it'll keep Cordova on the serve.
Yeah, so here comes the serve. The ball is up. She sends it across. Caballero picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Parker slams it down, but Mora picks it up. Over to, and Mora hits it into the net. Martinez slams it into the net. It's 11-9 Mora.
Yeah, net error there will give Eunice back the service as they trail by a couple here.
So here goes Hobbs back to serve. The senior throws it up. She hits it over. Martinez hits it up. Gold with the set. And number 6, Pacheco slams it down. Hobbs over to Rangel, and she spins it all the way down the net, and it falls on our side.
Sometimes that's just the way it happens, but, got to take control here, and you just can't let that affect you here. You're still well in this middle portion of the third set.
So Garul for Mora sends the ball over the net. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker, and Parker airmails one out the baseline of the basketball court.
Well, and again, just a little bit off on the timing and a little bit off on the jump. Good power, but just hasn't quite, just didn't have quite everything moving in the right direction at the right moment.
So 13-9 here. Garul sends it across. Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker, and Parker hits it out of bounds again. That's going to make it 14-9, and Eunice's Robbie Robinson wants to talk about it. She calls timeout.
So 14-9 is the score. Mora in the lead here in set number 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds. More of the NMAA State Volleyball Tournament from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Back here in Fort Sumner out of the Eunice timeout, 14-9, a 5-point lead for Mora here in set number 3. But Eunice is up 2-0. I'm TJ Miracle, and as we get back to the action, here's Jimmy Jones.
All right, number 28, Jasmine Garul back to serve for Mora. She hits it over into the teeth of the defense. Hobbs sets Parker. Parker hits it over. Mora picks it up. Gold to Leba. Leba hits it over. Caballero picks it up. Now Frazier to Parker. Parker slams it down, but Moore picks it up again. And that ball was really close, but the linesman calls it out, so that's in favor of the Lady Cardinals. That makes it 14-10 in favor of Mora. Mora with the lead. Rangel will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. So here goes. The ball is up. She hits it across the net. Gold sets Leba. Leba slams it down, and Mora scores again, making it 15-10.
So Leba will get another kill in the book. Just put it over there where none of the Lady Cardinals could get to it. Looked like Hobbs made a dive for it, but just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, so Pacheco will be back to serve for Mora. The Lady Cardinals have got to get it together here. They've kind of fallen apart the last couple of points. Here comes the jump serve. The jump serve to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs mishits it, but Gallant slams it down. Moore is able to return it over to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. This time she gets a good set, and but Moore is able to pick it up and keep it alive again. Hobbs with the set again to Gallant. Gallant touches it down and scores for the Lady Cardinals, 15-11.
And Gallant tried the dink a couple of hits before that one and made it work, just hitting it a little bit harder. Didn't need the power that time and gets another kill to her name. She is definitely racking those up tonight.
So Patron will be back to serve for the Lady Cardinals. She hits it over. Moore is able to pick it up. Number 4, Leba slams it down, but Caballero picks it up over to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Granados. Granados clears it. Mora was unable to handle the clearance over there from Hobbs. It hits it into the net. It's now 15-12.
And one thing Mora has been doing a lot of, I've noticed, Jimmy, is they're really just kind of, when they hit it very forward and not a lot of control there, and it's putting their girls too close to the net a lot of times.
Yeah, so Patron with the serve. She hits it across. Leba slams the ball down and scores another point for the Mora Rangerettes. That makes it 16-12.
But still a 4-point lead. Eunice up 2-0 here in set number 3. If they could break this serve pretty quickly by Martinez, who is the best server for them with a couple of aces tonight, would go a long way towards a sweep.
So Martinez hits it across. It skips off the top of the net, and Eunice is unable to handle it. It falls on our sideline. It's now 17-12 in favor of Mora Rangerettes. We'll have number 16, Martinez, continuing to serve here. She's on quite a roll. Mora leads by 5. Here comes the serve. They hit it across. Caballero picks it up. Granado sets Gallant. Gallant slams it home and scores for the Lady Cardinals. Another kill for Gallant.
And Gallant is just absolutely on fire. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 kills, Jimmy, through 2.5 sets, basically.
Yeah, so we have Arissa Frazier, the senior, back to serve. She hits it across. Leba picks it up. They set Gold, their best player. She clears it across with one hand over, and Eunice just hits it back up. Leba slams it down on the side of the Lady Cardinals. 18-13 Mora.
And Leba with another kill to her name. That'll be kill number 5 for Angelica Leva.
Angelica Leba back to serve. Here comes the ball across the net. She slams it across. Hobbs sets Caitlin Gallant, who hits it hard, but Mora is able to pick it up. Over to Caballero. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs sets Granados, but it looked like Mora was in the net.
Yes,
number
they
7.
were.
Yeah, so Jocelyn Gold got in the net. The Mora faithful not liking it, but Eunice now leads 18-14.
They've been calling that consistently on both sides. We're sitting here right here on the net, and yeah, I think they got that one right.
The serve from Caballero. Caballero over. Pacheco sets Garul. Garul hits it across. Patron's able to pick it up over to Granados. Hobbs sends it across. Gold is going to set Garul, who hits it long and out of bounds. Garul hits it long. That makes it 18-15 Mora.
So now it's important for Eunice to see if they can go on just a little bit of run with Caballero back to serve.
Caballero, the senior, back to serve. The libero. Ball is up, and here it comes. It sails across the net. Number 6, Pacheco sets it, and she hits it. Looks like Gold hit it long, and that ball sails out of bounds, making it 18-16. Mora wants to settle things down. They call a timeout.
So Coach Jacqueline Sanchez says, let's talk about it. It's 18-16, Mora in the lead. Thank you for listening to and watching the Eunice Lady Cardinals in the quarterfinals of the 2A 2021 NMA State Volleyball Tournament back in 30 from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
Back here in Fort Sumner, Caballero to serve out of the timeout. Here's Jimmy Jones.
All right, they hit it over to Mora. Morris Pacheco is going to set. They didn't know who was going to set. They hit it across. Caballero's able to save it, and Patron sends it all the way across the court and keeps it in bounds. Patron there and Arissa Frazier with another save. Hobbs sends it, and now they're able to settle. Pacheco with the set for the Rangerettes. Garul hits it into the open space and scores for Mora. 19-16 Mora here in set 3.
And how many times have we seen that tonight? Both squads just looking, they are both actively hunting the open space. You see girls on both squads just looking, and that's where they're trying to put it.
Yeah, so we have Janiyah Gold back to serve for Mora. Here it comes across. Caballero sends it to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. Rangel sends it across. Gold to Pacheco. Pacheco slams it right in the face of Rangel. Rangel takes it in the face, but they call it a double hit.
That's kind of insult to injury. You hope that Rangel's okay. Yeah, she's looking over at Coach Robin going, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, she got plunked pretty good, but 20-16. And Mora continues to serve.
And Gold back to serve again. She moves around the baseline. Here comes the serve. Caballero picks it up. Over to Frazier. Frazier to Hobbs, and they're just going to clear it. Leba sends it up to Gold. Gold over to Gold, and they score again. It's now 21-16. Mora on quite the run here in set 3.
They are, and this is the most composed that we've seen Mora through these first 2 and now 3/4 sets. as they're trying to get back into this one. Eunice up 2-0.
Gold moves over to the other side for this serve. She keeps switching sides. She sends it over to Rangel. Rangel to Hobbs. Hobbs skips it across, but Gold's able to save it. Caballero picks it back up to Hobbs. Hobbs to Rangel. Rangel slams it in, but they pick it up again.
Double
And
hit.
it looks like they're going to call him in the net.
Now double hit, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
2-hit.
Yeah, so that makes it 21-17 in favor of Mora, and Granados will be back to serve. Here comes the serve across. Over to Leyba. Leyba picks it up over to Gold. Gold over to Cordova. Cordova clears it across. Caballero to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Parker hits it, but we've got a violation on Garul. Garul was in the net that time.
Yeah, I'm not actually, yeah, I think she actually crossed the line, so foot fault, and hey, we'll take the point, 21-18.
Yeah, so here comes the serve from Granados. Granados to Pacheco. Pacheco to Leyba. Leyba to Gold. Gold hits it across. Frazier sets it up for Hobbs. Hobbs sends it across to Rangel. Rangel slams it down, but Mora keeps it alive. Caballero keeps it alive for Eunice. Eunice to Parker. Parker sends it across. Gold to the other Gold. Over to Hobbs, over to Frazier, and now sends it back from Caballero. Caballero to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. Pacheco bumps it across. Parker hits it. Mora sends it back to Eunice, and now we've got a double hit on the Lady Cardinals.
So an unforced error really on the double hit, and really that one stayed alive over on that far side when the outside hitter Pacheco got one that there is no, I don't know how she got that ball and kept that rally alive.
So here comes the serve from Cordova. Cordova ends up with Rangel. Hobbs sends it across. Garul to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. Pacheco to Hobbs. Over to Hobbs. Hobbs back to Parker. Parker slams it, and they get it back over somehow. And now we're just battling back and forth across the net, and we send it out of bounds.
And it'll be.
Oh, they're going to call Mora.
They're going to call a net violation on Mora. So Eunice, down by 3, gets the serve back.
That makes it 22-19, and the Mora faithful is not happy. We've seen a lot of that. I know when I was in high school, we played them in basketball, and they can get pretty noisy. It is now 22-19, and Hobbs will be back to serve. Hobbs sends it across. Mora can't do anything with it, so they just send it back. Eunice just sends it back to them. Pacheco slams it into the net, giving Eunice a point now, 22-20, and Mora wants to talk about it. They call a timeout.
Big block by Kenzie Parker, so Eunice trying to come back and win this one in straight sets. We're back in 30 seconds. Eunice Volleyball at the 2021 NMAA State Volleyball Tournament from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
This has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Coach Sanchez takes the timeout, trying to settle things down. 22-20 in set number 3. Mora in the lead. Back to the action. Eunice on the serve. I'm TJ Miracle. Here's Jimmy Jones.
Faith Hobbs, the senior, will be back to serve here. Eunice trailing by 2. Here goes the serve across the net. Garul picks it up. Over to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. Pacheco hits it across. And Granados couldn't handle it and hits it out of bounds. Mora 23, Eunice 20. So Garul will be back to serve now. Eunice needs a run here. They definitely can't afford to give up another point. Garul will be back to serve for the Mora Rangerettes. She hits it across. Frazier hits it up. Over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. Parker hits it deep, but they're going to hit it out. Mora hits it out of bounds. That makes it 21-23, and Gallant comes in on the rotation for Caballero up in the front left, and we will have Rangel back to serve. Here comes the serve. It comes across the net. And all of Mora Rangerettes stand there and watch it. Rangel gets a service ace, 23-22.
Definitely take that one. So Rangel, as you mentioned, with the ace, she's got that to go along with the kill.
So Rangel gets the ball again. They pitch it over to her. They blow the whistle. Here it comes. It comes across the net. Cordova hits it up. Gold sends it back across, and Mora hits it into the net. It's now 23-23, Eunice Lady Cardinals are 2 points away from the upset. Rangel is back to serve again.
And blood in the water.
Here comes the serve from Rangel. She hits it deep to Cordova. Cordova with the touch to Gold. Gold to Pacheco. She slams it down, but Rangel keeps it alive. Over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gallant. Gallant hits it over. Gold keeps it alive. Number 4 is Leba. She sends it over. Rangel keeps it alive. Gallant sends it across. Gold sends it deep. Eunice keeps it alive with a dive and save over there. Now Frazier clears it. Cordova to Gold. Gold to Garul, and they hit it out of bounds. That was Pacheco. She hit it out of bounds. It's now 24-23. Eunice with their first lead of the entire set.
It has, and now it is not only their first lead, it's a chance to sweep this match.
Rangel hits it across. Moore is able to pick it up. Over to Pacheco. Pacheco sends it. Faith Hobbs keeps it alive. Granados to Parker. Parker sends it on an airmail out of bounds. And now Mora has tied the ball game up.
So we're going to play a little extra time because, of course, you do have to win by 2.
So Pacheco will be back to serve for Mora, and Robbie Robinson wants to talk about it. She calls a timeout, knowing how important these next 2 points are.
Absolutely. 24 all in set number 3 from the 2021 Rudy's Real Texas Barbecue NMAA State Volleyball Tournament. Back in 30 from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
So Pacheco sends it across to Eunice. Hobbs sets Gallant. Gallant sends it over to Cordova. Cordova's able to keep it alive over to Gold. Gold finds the open spot, but Frazier keeps it alive. Hobbs sets Gallant. Gallant hits it up. The ball is still alive. It's still in play. Not sure how, but it is. Hobbs sets Gallant. Gallant slams it down and scores a point for Eunice, and Morris fans are livid.
And 15 kills for Gallant. How did she keep that one alive? I do not know, but somehow she did.
Yeah, we will definitely take it. I'm not sure either. But Patron will be back to serve for the game set point. This is match point for Patron. If she could score here, she sends it across. Garul hits it into the net, and Eunice wins.
26-24, and the Lady Cardinals have pulled the upset and will play in Cloudcroft, I believe, on Wednesday evening. 3 sets to none, 26-24, an exciting matchup from here in Fort Sumner. We'll be back to talk about it and wrap things up. This is Eunice Lady Cardinals, and also, thanks to the NMAA, this is NMAA State Tournament Volleyball action from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics. Parker Energy, family owned and operated since 2006. Their team is known for their hard work and dedication, big enough to meet your needs for transport, pump trucks, vacuum trucks, and disposal services. Parker Energy and their staff are huge supporters of all Lee County sports and academics. They encourage their young adults to go the extra mile, whether it's sports, grades, or just being a better you. Parker Energy Support Services, 2350 Avenue O, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Back here in Fort Sumner, the Lady Cards pull the upset as the number 6 seed beats the number 3 seed Mora Rangerettes in straight sets, 25-21, 25-23, and then 26-24 in an exciting set number 3. I'm TJ Miracle, and well, Jimmy Jones, what can you say about the Lady Cards? They definitely came to play tonight.
You know, I've been saying all year that when they're playing well, they can play with anybody. There's no doubt in my mind. They've been real hot and cold this year. They'll come out and they'll play a team like Hagerman and just take it to them, and then the next set not even look like the same team. Tonight, they put 3 good sets together. They did it at the right time, and they are into the Final Four of the New Mexico State Volleyball Tournament, and I believe it's only the 3rd time in Eunice history that that's happened. The first time was in 1996. That team went on to win a state championship. The second time was in 2016. My daughter was part of that group. They ended up getting runner-up and getting beat by Texaco in the end, and now who knows what this group's capable of.
Well, only time will tell, and so they knock off number 3. Now they get to play number 2 on Wednesday. It'll be Cloudcroft. We do know that. They won in straight sets over Rehoboth earlier today from Mountain Air. I believe that game will probably be in Cloudcroft, but when we know for sure, we will, of course, let you know. We will also be asking for permission once again to be the NMAA's designated video streaming service. We realize the NFHS probably not going to be doing all of these games, but so we have to say thank you to Sally and Dusty and the rest of the crew at the NMAA for allowing Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports to bring you this action. So 15 kills tonight for Caitlin Gallant. That was really the difference in it. She was the difference maker tonight. All the girls played well, and there was so much hustle, things that don't necessarily go in the stat sheets. But 15 kills, that makes the big difference.
Yeah, and she picked the right time to do it because she had one heck of a final match here at over here in Fort Sumner, and so she played really well. A lot of kills, a lot of good things on her behalf. The other young ladies played amazing. They all had good games and all had hot spots and whatnot, but just proud of these Lady Cardinals. They were able to take care of business here today.
Well, they certainly were. So Wednesday night from Cloudcroft, I believe Steve Mueller will probably be back with you, but thanks for letting me come hang out with you tonight, Judge.
Absolutely. Glad you did. It's always an honor to have the man, the myth, the miracle here with us today.
Well, at least I didn't mess anything up too bad, I hope. So with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Lady Cards move on to the semifinals in straight sets against Fort Sumner. Our coverage tonight has been brought to you by Cardinal Hardware, the Eunice Public Schools, Zia Auto Shop, the City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Eunice Health Clinic, and Parker Energy Services. For Steve Mueller and the Judge Jimmy Jones, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Fort Sumner. This broadcast was authorized by the New Mexico Activities Association and was an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.